Why didn't Japan end up like this after World War II? Following the end of World War II, we partitioned Germany and Austria up into different zones, separating them out between the Soviet sphere and the American sphere, the British and the French, all of them being different. And then what would end up happening is East and West Germany, and then Austria would be declared a neutral country and everybody would leave Austria. But that didn't happen to Japan, and there's a bunch of different reasons for this. The primary reason we didn't end up having a Soviet-controlled portion of Japan is because of MacArthur right here. Because the Soviets were pushing to have a portion of Japan controlled by them. Now, they did take some islands off the coast of Japan. They've been fighting back and forth with Japan for a long time. But MacArthur was insistent that he was going to be the supreme leader over the post-World War II Japan. And he knew the Soviets weren't going to be okay with that. And a big part of this is he really did not like the Soviets. So by him demanding that he had to have complete control over Japan and the reshaping of Japan helped prevent there being a North and South Japan, which would have been the inevitable case of what would have happened, because we saw this also with Korea. And while the British were there in Japan and did hold certain territories, they were under the direct command of MacArthur, who was the supreme commander in the reconstruction of Japan, and he was really the last shogun of Japan. I've talked about this before. In Japan, a lot of the rights that people have in Japan now are thanks to MacArthur, who pushed so hard for having a constitution in Japan, for having suffrage in Japan, that before this, Japan was a full-on authoritarian regime, and he was like, nah, we ain't doing none of that.